Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more match play commentary for y'all. We are back from our hiatus, so thank y'all for understanding. We just needed some time to recharge and recoup, and we are back with some EX-10 match play commentary. I am joined by the judge, the jury, and the local executioner, Jorel.
Yay.
Glad to see you share the same enthusiasm. But we have some matches from Sully's Abode for y'all, which is the local card shop we go to every Thursday for Digimon. Start about 6:30 p.m. Located in Bolingbrook, Illinois. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, want to check us out, or just get into other card games in general, feel free to swing on by. We would love to have you. I'll drop their store link as well as our socials down in the video description below. Today's matchup features Coop on the left playing Deep Savers. We've got TJ on the right playing MaloMyotismon. So Myotis can do some loop shenanigans, and I believe TJ has built his build to kind of gear towards that. There's like a loop and a non-loop version, and TJ's trying to pull off the loop shenanigans. He did do a deck profile on it as well, which went live, I believe, 2 weeks ago now. So I will link it as well if you want a kind of a basis for his build. It'll be there. But without further ado, let us hop right into the round. We start off with an Uko play, which is classic, because essentially the idea for Myotis, and correct me if I'm wrong, is essentially almost like a machine in a sense, where like you really don't care too much about your rookies. You just want to find your pieces, set up your trash, and then once your Myotises are in the trash, that's when you can really start to like purr, right?
Yeah, because I think everything revolves around what, level 5 and up. So
And then we see TJ play out the BT16 Arukenian Mummy, which basically allows you to delete that tamer to reduce the play cost of something by 3. And then on deletion, you can play a level 5 or lower Digimon card with Myotis and text from your trash without paying the cost, and then you delete that at the end of the turn, I believe, or the end of like your opponent's turn. So you can kind of see where this tamer starts to pop off with its like loop shenanigans, where end of turn you pop something, on pop you go ahead play out more stuff depending on how your trash is set up. So definitely a lot of gas for the deck. And we see Coop, I think, just struggling to get started here. Just no rookie, having to play out boosts and trainings, and we see a GKmon come out, which is a little tough, and TJ is kind of at free reign here to just start cycling away. We've seen what, like 3 Ukos at this point?
yeah.
I mean, the loop is definitely annoying, and once you get caught, like once it gets going, it definitely can tilt people because it just ends the game and you just don't play. But to be like devil's advocate to it, like you still have to get there, and it does take a little bit of time to set up. So we do see that play where we pop the tamer, play out the Arukeni for reduced cost. On play you get to pop, I believe it's a 6k or less, and then we'll get deleted at the end of, I believe, your opponent's turn, and then we get to play out another body. We go into, looks like that's a Malo X. Oh no, Coop is just, that's just Gonzo's for Coop. I mean, like, if
Yeah.
that's tough. Yeah, so end of turn, Malo will, or yeah, this is not the new Malo, but the old MaloMyotis that comes out, and TJ basically just has game here. Like, there's really no saving Coop from this. Ukos do the checks. Go ahead, swing with Arukeni, and yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
Jesus. Speaking of level 5s and up.
Yeah, seriously, right? Oh man. And for those of you who missed it, right, because we deleted the tamer to play out that Arukeni, you can basically, that you procced it now, the separate on deletion effect of the tamer to play out another level 5 body, level 5 or lower body. So that's how TJ got that second body out on the field, for those of you who are like, huh, How do we get that body out on the board? I would imagine if like Coop can get started with Deep Savers with how pretty decently it can Y-board and also bot deck stuff and avoid deletion effects, it probably has a decent matchup.
The main thing about this, and we'll see it later, is that since he's running Digimon, a lot of Myotis runs on plays, and if he can't do his on plays because of Aegis effect.
True.
At least that's what I was overhearing when I was playing next to them.
Oh my lord. That is the boost. Jesus. So TJ will do a chip here with the Siako. On deletion, we'll get to draw one, pitch one, and then do it again off of the Demi Meramon. We have the EX-10 Yukio out on the board, which is pretty solid. It's a memory setter from Myotis, which is, again, very good for the deck. And then all turns, when something with Myotis is played, you can pop the Tamer and give that Digimon Rush while gaining a memory as well. So again, helpful for that loop capability. And then TJ just goes out and plays, is that 3? Yeah, that's 3 miss memory, or not 3. That's another miss memory boost for 3. Coop doing more search.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think TJ is in a decent spot, but he also has to be wary, like, if Coop has a good turn, like, he's got 2 boosts and a training setup, which we've seen before. Like, if you can get a board setup, sometimes that's all you need as Aegis. But just depends if we can get there. And unfortunately, no Arukeni Mummymon Tamer to pop to reduce play cost. So you would have to slam something down for pretty expensive cost here. We'll pop one of the boosts to play out a Mummymon. That Mummymon on play, draw 2, pitch 2. And then on deletion from trash without paying the cost, you can, I believe it's play a, I think it's a Tamer card with Myotis in its text.
Tamer with Myotis in text. That doesn't share a name with any of your current Tamers.
Alright, so Coop's going. Coop's going into the Seadramon. Going to Seadra X. We'll do the chip.
Yep.
No ace play that we see there. So we go into Mega Seadramon here after popping a boost. Pop another one to go back up to 3. We will go Plesio here. Plesio on Evo. We'll let him spit out a body. Debating what we want to spit out. We'll spit out the Seadra X, getting a memory off of the Bukamon egg. And we'll go ahead, swing, slurping up the Sango. Doing another check to restand. Gains a memory. There's the Aegis. We'll get rid of the Mummymon, and then we get to play out a body. Since we DNA'd, that Buka effect is still live. And we can start doing it all over again. End of attack, gain a memory. So Coop's in a pretty decent spot. Mind you, though, that he can't choke anymore. We'll pick up the Metal Seadra Ace, which is solid since you are presenting that ace threat there that TJ has to be worried about. And you're threatening lethal next turn.
So this is where they're basically explaining that was it 1 if Cooper's at 1 or less, no on plays. If Cooper's at 1 or more, his stuff is unaffected, question mark?
Yes. DS is unaffected. Though I don't remember if it's necessarily like by options or like Digimon effects.
Digimon effects.
Digimon effects.
Yeah.
So
although in this day and age, not a lot of people are running like options, so.
Yeah. That's true. So I hit you with the Hades Force. Even though Hades really
okay.
doesn't do much anymore.
It really doesn't.
So TJ's just debating what he wants to do here, because I mean, like we said, like Cooper is threatening lethal here, so like he does have to make this play count without really like that rookie to push up and have something going. It is a little tough. He does have 2 missed memory boosts that he has access to, so could theoretically go up to 7 and slam down a body and hope it can give it some value. But again, it's probably the least efficient route of doing things, but the best you got. So we will slam down. There's that fellow over there. I think that's the new Myotismon. Yeah, so it's the new Myotismon from EX-10, which when this card would be played by deleting one of your Digimon with Myotis and text, reduce the play cost by 4. Obviously, there was nothing to pop. And then on play, one of your purple Digimon gains blocker retail. So I'm assuming we gave it to itself. Then we go into a Myotis X, which deletes one of Coop's level 4 lower Digimon. Since we are still before that like memory threshold where stuff is quote unquote unaffected. And now, because I don't necessarily know if going into a Malo would do much here. We'll Jack Raid to gain a memory. We'll drop a memory boost to search for. We'll pick up the Arukeni. Call it a day. So Coop has a play for potential lethal, but decides to just go ahead and swing, I think, just to be on the safe side. Envatech gain a memory. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yep.
Still had it. Alrighty, so we go to a game 3. Yeah, Myotis, it's cheeky, but I think it still suffers from like the Myotis conundrum of like takes too much setup to get going. You know, and the game's so fast nowadays where like most of the time the game is pretty well sealed and dusted by the time you get set up. But like when you do get set up and you do have that window to go crazy, you really go crazy. And TJ starts off with the good old classic, Uko. And then Coop returns 1 memory by playing a training. Has some choices here. We'll pick up the Plesio, putting the Aegis to the bottom. And we see the Uko army coming out. Uko does hit another training. We play out the Arukeni Mummymon Tamer, which is, again, pretty solid for TJ. Coop returns the favor by playing out the Searcher Sango. Debating what he wants to pick up here. The level 4 is not a bad choice, but as we see here, he's got a ton of level 4s with like the GKs and the Seedra X's. So I almost feel like if that's the hand you got, you pick up the Sango. Okay, we pick up Invisi. And I wasn't sure you could. I guess you can. Is it a Liberator?
Not as far as I'm aware. Aqua RC Animal and 1 Liberator. Invisi?
It might be.
Oh, it is a Liberator.
Huh.
Oh, yes, because he's Alteos.
Yeah.
Alteos
Look at that. Look at that. Leave it to Coop.
That's crazy.
Leave it to Coop.
Jesus Christ.
We do hit TJ with the Ice Wall, so we'll be a little limited here, and it's a pretty solid play to like force TJ to choose if he wants to swing with that Uko or just let it chill in the back or let it chill on the field. Really just slows him down for a turn here, which is technically the whole point of Ice Wall. Does hit a scramble, which nothing to play out, but we'll add it to hand and that big Uko living. where does TJ go from here? Do we drop another Tamer? I don't think you necessarily need to Evo in the back. I think I wouldn't say best play, but like a nice play would be like a Miss Mem boost or something probably, right? To help set up trash a little bit, have a little memory. But we do pop the Tamer playing out a MaloMyotismon, which will draw 2, pitch 2, and then get deleted at end of turn. And then using the effect of the Tamers, we'll play out the Myotis X, which will then in turn pop the level 4 that Coop had floated. And looks like we're going off the rip here. We're going GK. Then looks like we're debating if we want to use the training here. Yeah, we'll go training into a Marine Bull. Go ahead and tuck something in off of the effect. Looks like we'll tuck a GK. We'll go ahead and scramble here to go Plesio. Plesio will play out the GK, gain a memory off of the Buka. Okay. I believe... Go ahead. Yeah, we can go ahead and swing here into security. Oh.
Hey. Unfortunate.
Gain a memory, end of attack. Yippee. We're back.
Oh, okay, we're good. Safe.
And then we go ahead scramble here. We go Mega Seedramon, which will then end of turn DNA Evo. Off of that, Plesio wins something. Yeah, do the whole shenanigans to bot deck and then play stuff out. Go ahead, swing a check. Ooh, it's a Malo. The end of attack, gain another memory.
Bot decks are rough too because we're not getting our own deletions.
So go play as GK. On play, we'll just draw 1. And now it's looking tough on TJ's end to come back from this just because, like, Tamers are gone. Don't have much of a setup in your trash. You have one of your MaloMyotises that got hit out of security, but that's really about it. And Coop... Oh. And that gets rid of Malo. Ouch. Siako holding down the fort, though. Will end up dying. He's trying his best, but that's about it. Deciding what card to pitch to gain a memory off of Cupid's effect. We'll pitch. Looks like a EX-10 MyotisMon. And then... pitch a Miss Memory boost, gain off a Cupid. Now you're forced to hard play something here, which is not great, but probably your only line of play here to do anything, because passing turn in any other fashion just basically results in a loss, since we already saw Jack Raid come out of security. I'm not aware of Malo running any like crazy options like security bombs. Oh. Arukeni comes out. We'll go ahead and search 5. Trash 2 and return the rest to bottom deck. So I'm assuming you trash your Tamer and your Malo there. But it's looking a little tough.
It's a blocker at least.
That's true.
But also Metal Seedra cannot makes it. So we tried.
Rip. Ripperoni. Omega Seedramon. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough. And Invisi ends up sealing the deal there. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we didn't get to see much of the loop play go on, but I think you guys can kind of see the idea, right? Where it's like you do need the trash setup, and once everything is set up, then you're in a good spot to start letting it rip. I think you pointed out too, right? Like, it is tough going up against the deck that tends to bot deck a lot of things, so you don't get a lot of your on deletion effects. So a little bit of a rough matchup, but if you're interested in how the loop does actually work, or wanting to kind of see the theory behind it, do check out TJ's deck profile. It is on the channel, and I will link it in the video description below. So check it out if you want to see what the loop is all about. But thank you all for tuning in, and hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye-bye.
Yeah.